are you?
Cassandra.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so in general, acupuncture is really good to systemically decrease inflammation in your body. It also helps improve circulation. It releases endorphins from your brain, and it also calms your nervous system. So a lot of people find it very relaxing. Anything with the needles that feels like a dull heaviness and achiness, that's good. But I don't want anything to feel sharp or shooting or uncomfortable.
Okay.
Okay?
What if I hate the thought of needles?
A lot of people come in very afraid of needles. Acupuncture needles are very thin, thinner than a hair. It feels nothing like getting a shot or getting a blood draw. It's just very different, and it kind of over time will actually change your relationship with needles. I like to tell people it's a little bit of an acquired taste, because at first you're like, why would I want little tiny needles stuck all in me? It sounds awful. And then as you start to get it more and you start to feel your nervous system calm down and you start to feel less pain and your body feels better, you start to kind of love it, and then it almost becomes addicting. I think if everybody kind of started with acupuncture instead of shots, there would be a lot less fear of needles, because it does not have to be a painful experience at all.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had mentioned while I was getting my treatment about that this could help with migraines too.
Oh yeah, acupuncture is fantastic to treat migraines. Acupuncture is really great to treat pain of a variety, all pain really. Migraines definitely not excluded. One of the things that we're doing is systemically decreasing that inflammation. So any inflammation that's in there. We also generally do kind of like a whole lifestyle overtake. We try to identify triggers. A lot of times people have food triggers, like peanuts, red wine. A lot of people actually have triggers from peanuts, not because it being a high allergen, but because it grows underground with mold. So we look at things like mold exposure and just systemic inflammation in the body. I also look a lot with gut health. So gut health and brain health are very closely linked. And they're finding now that actually a lot of your receptors for endorphins like dopamine and serotonin are in your gut. So if there's any inflammation in your gut, you're more likely to have headaches, a decreased stress resilience, anxiety, depression, things like that. So whenever I'm treating any of those things, I always address the gut primarily as well. Depending on how chronic migraines are, how long you've had them for, kind of depends on how long it takes to treat. If they're pretty chronic and you've had them a long time, I pretty much say, count on at least like that 6 to more like 12 treatments. You're going to get regular treatments probably twice a week going in for a little while, but you'll find that your migraines start to decrease in intensity and frequency, and then we can get you to a point where you're not having those migraines, and we just get you onto a maintenance schedule.
That's amazing. I know I suffer from them. I've got friends and colleagues that do too, so I'll have to tell them about that. And then what are some other, like, the most popular things that people are coming in for treatment for?
Yeah, so pain, I think people come in for pain just because it's the most widely known one. It's great for all kinds of pain: back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, headaches, migraines. But a lot of less known things that people don't know that acupuncture is really great for is gut health, anxiety, depression, sleep. Acupuncture can help with all of those things: blood pressure and fertility stuff. We did a lot of acupuncture with IVF clinics, so people who struggle with fertility, it's really great to help with the chances of pregnancy, and also people who kind of suffer from miscarriage. It really helps to maintain pregnancy. And then also like cycle regulation, irregular cycles, painful periods. Those are things that acupuncture can be super helpful for that people aren't as familiar with.
Sounds like we all need it.
I know. It's even good for just like stress resilience. I try to always get acupuncture like at least once a month. If things are good, I go in for once a month just to help regulate your immune system. And that's another thing you can use it for. Immune support. If you're getting frequent colds or flus, things like that, it's really beneficial to pump up your immune system, as are Chinese herbs. Like if people get sick, Chinese herbs are always my go-to. And it can really help, especially if you're somebody who gets very sick or gets bronchitis or like these long-lasting coughs every time they get sick. It can help prevent that.
Interesting. Okay. And is it good for all ages?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can treat a baby for colic.
Really?
Yeah. And, all the way through, elderly support.
Yeah.
We have a lot of nursing homes actually have acupuncturists, like they're on staff because help with aches and pains and sleep and blood pressure, heart health, all of that.
Very cool.
Yeah, and generally I can put needles in a sleeping baby without waking it up. It's the toddlers that are kind of hard because, once you've started to have shots, you're kind of scared of needles and then getting them to sit still. But babies can generally needle without even waking them up.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Another question I was thinking of is, I know insurance hasn't come around to covering acupuncture,
Yeah.
but are there any other things can you use an HSA or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's actually a lot of insurances that are starting to cover acupuncture. So definitely when you get your insurance, check into your benefits because a lot of them will give you 12 treatments a year. They all kind of differ, but there are acupuncture benefits in your insurance you can look for when you're getting a plan. And you can absolutely use HSA for acupuncture for sure. And then we generally offer packages too where the treatments are less expensive because acupuncture generally is not a one-time fix-all thing. It is something where you're often coming in once or twice a week for a certain amount of time, sometimes months, depending on if it's a very chronic condition. So we do have package deals where it kind of decreases the price. And then definitely look into insurance and HSA for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cassandra, thank you so much, guys. I walked in here and my back's been hurting since last night, and it's already relief. I've already got relief from it, so that's huge. Do I need to what do you recommend as far as me coming back to make sure this goes away for good?
Yeah, so typically with acupuncture, I recommend coming in twice a week for at least the first 2 weeks if we're dealing with pain, especially pain that's been there for months. So try to come back. I think today's Thursday, so maybe Tuesday would be a good day.
Okay.
But try to come in twice within that 1 week period. Okay.
So Tuesday and Friday or Tuesday and Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to it. And guys, I hope that you can, if you have any issues, or like she said, really you can come in for anything, including just stress maintenance.
Totally. Stress, digestion, energy, sleep, migraines, menstrual issues, you name it, we can help you out. The goal of acupuncture is basically just to bring your body back to a state of homeostasis or balance. So we're just looking for where is there excess, where is there deficiency, and where is there a blockage or a stagnation, and we just want to balance that out. We want to tonify what's deficient and take out anything that's excess and just kind of move that stagnation through. So you can find out more on our website.
Infinity Acupuncture.
I was gonna say that.
I will put the website on the bottom in the comments. And yes, Cassandra's amazing. If you're in Hampstead, you can go see Gretchen, and we may be talking more as a follow-up to see how this goes. But I highly recommend them. Honestly, I didn't really know much about it before Gretchen got into it and started telling me about it, and I didn't really believe a lot of the energy stuff didn't make sense to me. Not that I didn't believe, it just didn't make sense to me. But it's amazing how well it works.
Beautiful, that's what we want.
Yes, thank you guys. Stay tuned and give them a shout.